Good day, I'm Jolly. Welcome to a Halo video. Today, this is community topic episode 8, and the topic for today is: should ADS and Spartan abilities play such a big role in Halo 6 as they did in Halo 5? There's been a lot of people really against ADS and just Spartan abilities in general, including Sprint, but yeah, I'm gonna bring up Sprint today, and I'm gonna talk about whether I think they should be in. And yeah, I think there's one thing pretty much everyone can agree on, and that's that Spartan Charge should not be in Halo 6 at all. If it is going to be in Halo 6, it should be toned down significantly. Like, you don't get launched backwards. Like, both players don't get launched apart from each other, because then it just completely makes a melee unfair. You can't punch them whilst they're doing that. So that is really annoying, and I think pretty much everyone can agree that Spartan Charge shouldn't be in Halo 6, or at least it shouldn't be part of it. Well, it shouldn't have such a big role in Halo 6. But ADS, if you don't know what that means, that's an acronym for Aim Down Sights. Now, I think that I have no problem with ADS now that I've actually been playing Halo 5 for over half a year. It's been 7 months and 5 days since I started playing Halo 5. Yes, I got it for Christmas. I was planning on getting it before that, though. But when I first got it, I was like, I absolutely despise this system. I wanted to go back to scopes, but like the Magnum is probably my favorite weapon, and I'd rather have ADS than a scope on. And the difference between that is like having the holographic reticle on it, like you've seen me aim in this video, than have the, for example, Halo 4 one. I think it flows with it a lot better, and yeah, it should. I quite like ADS, that style of holoscope on the Magnum. See me using it there. Just because it gives you more visibility, and it doesn't feel like you are completely enclosed in the scope. But it is ×2 scope, or whatever the Halo 4 one was. It's the same. It is the same. It just gives you more freedom of like actually looking around what's doing, because none of your screens are blocked by it. Like for example, the classic BR. Yeah, it wasn't. I love that weapon, but also, yeah, let's talk about that. I like the classic BR. The long shot BR is alright. It kind of seems a bit dumb how it's like the BR doesn't really have the range that the DMR has, so I'm not sure if it should have the DMR scope on it. But I know that I do enjoy using that weapon, and that's the classic scope. It says on the description of it that it's for Halo veterans, and so I enjoy it because I played Halo 3. Halo 3 is a fun game, fun as hell, and yeah, it's good to use. So I like that, but I've definitely recently, I know in the past few months, I found myself using the Halo 5 BR. I'm going to refer to it as, because that's really what it is. A lot more than the other the other BRs. Even the carbine hybrid one, whatever the hell it's called. God, that's glitching out. Oh wow. Yeah, okay. Sorry, this is in theater, if you haven't guessed. I went around yesterday trying to get a good gameplay, but I'd just been on holiday. My shot was crap. I couldn't hit anything, and I also couldn't find a Warzone Assault game to play to get my shot on. And I had no friends online that was going to play with me, so couldn't do that. And yeah, it took me a while to get my shot back. And yeah, I also didn't think to record this because it's the only game I could actually find. So yeah, I got this in theatre for you. Anyway, yeah, I've been using the Halo 5 BR far more than I've been using the uh, like classic or hybrid or long shot BR. I don't know why. It just feels like it feels right now. I can still go back to other Halo games and play with those scopes, but it just feels right using that BR, and I enjoy using that BR quite a lot. Like you see now, I don't equip any of the BR. I just use this BR. You know, if I'm gonna have like the connect bolts, I'll use this BR. It's just what I do. I don't play normal Warzone, which is longer range, so I have no need for a like super long range BR, I guess. But you know, it's still 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 a good BR, and it just feels right. I think it's for the same reason I don't normally, unless it's connect bolts. Like I don't like different sights on my AR. I think that's just so I can kind of recognize, I can like practice for arena in Warzone, and that's really what I play Warzone and Warzone Assault for. As I say, I don't really play Warzone, but the reason I play them is to practice for arena, and if I'm practicing with different weapons like the different BRs, then I guess that's why I do it. But it is important to note that I do like the different weapons. I'm not sure about the scope on the AR. I don't think it's kind of necessary, but I certainly don't want that to be removed. You know, it's a good scope, and it does kind of help. So there's nothing wrong with it. I'm for scopes when it comes to that. So yeah, and the sword is overpowered when it's got ADS, but it's not so far that it actually ruins the game. And I don't think they could add like ADS to some weapons. Like some of them really need it. You know, I can't give an example off the top of my head, but some of them really need it, and it's not like they made the sniper scope ADS. You know, so well, hollow scope I should say, because ADS is still you still ADS. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna talk about ADS. I've been talking about it for kind of too long now. Other Spartan abilities, ground pound. Ground pound doesn't break the game. I haven't really heard anyone outright complain about ground pound since the start of Halo 5. I don't. I have never had a problem with ground pound. You know, it's annoying to get ground pounded, but there's some really clever ways you can use it. Like I first saw Green Skull from Ready Up Live. I didn't think of this because I'm used to just hardcore competitive when I first started playing. I didn't play any Warzone or anything. And I saw him, like, he was on like someone was coming up Spire. He was at the top, and he, like, from that distance he ground pounded them. And I've used that so many times, and it's crazy how many. Yeah, I know I'm contradicting myself using the hybrid here, but I thought I'd check it out. But yeah, it's so he did that, and that's like a non-conventional way of using ground pound, and I was kind of fascinated by this. Like, wait, how many other times can you use ground pound? And I saw later in Halo 5's live, like really good players like Proximity's team, Samaritan, I believe I've seen do it, or like loads of them. I don't know. I'm not trying to say, oh yeah, Samaritan totally did this, because I don't know. I can't remember. I just watch all of them. I watch all of Chaotix. If you see me hit a clip and shout I'm summing that to Chaotix, then yeah, I'm a pretty big fan of them. But God, I keep going off topic in this commentary. I think I'm having a bit more freedom with it than previous ones. But I think that ground pound is good because you can use it in really clever ways. It's fun. It's fun to use in that sense. And yeah, it's just overall good. It doesn't break the game, and Halo's never gonna go back to Halo 3. So ground pound is not something that should be removed unless like it's been added to Halo 3, but it hasn't been added to Halo 3. It's been added to a completely new game that 343 have made, new Halo. What are the spot? Clamber. There's no way that should be removed. It's brilliant. It means that you've got different heights in everything. You know, you've got like a different verticalities in maps, and I love that. I love clamber. It's like if you miss a jump, you don't have to crouch jump anymore in Halo 5. Like on like you have to do it. You know, you can do different things. Also the lifts. The MLG thing that I keep saying, it's not MLG because they're not Halo anymore. For some reason, apparently I hit A. Okay, but yeah, it's the pros do it, and it's where like you go up the lift and you climb it. I think I probably spoke about it in one of my older videos, but I love doing that because they just don't expect it. It's really good. And yeah, thruster pack. The way it's balanced, I don't have that much of a problem with it because it could be used to get to places. It can be used in a really nice thrust. I've talked in a really nice strafe, which I've already talked about in my strafing tips video. What the hell, God! I think I've actually broken my controller. Yesterday it started like completely messing everything up. So I think I've done something to my controller. I mean, just unplug it from there. See if that helped. But yeah, thrust is really helpful, and you can really tell. Like people have complained rightly about the grenade damage and how overpowered grenades are from like the distance you can get slaughtered by them from. And you can tell that it was made, like that was because, oh, you can just thrust out the way. But you can't if you've wasted your thrust doing something dumb. But I like that aspect. So you've got to use these abilities to your advantage. You've got to be smart about using them to succeed. And I do like that. It's another element of skill. It's not just like leading shots with your BR like in Halo 3. You know, like there's all these different things. And all of these mechanics make the game faster. And yeah, the only thing that should be removed is Spartan charge, or nerfed. It should at least be nerfed by having like less knockback to it. That like, I play custom games with my friends, and there's sometimes like one person will go around Spartan charging, and there's nothing you can do to it. You know, there's nothing you can do. It messes up your reticle aim. And yeah, there's just nothing you can do, so that needs to be changed. And apart from that, that's pretty much it. So if you have enjoyed this video, don't forget to tell me in the comments, and also tell me what you think. Yeah, this is... I'm not pink. Okay, wow, this is broken so much. This is me now. God's sake. 343. Oh, here's another thing. 343. Fix theater mode. Jesus Christ, it's so bad. If you're watching your own gameplay, oh, it's fine. But I like it because you can have a good game and you watch it in theater and you can... God, you record it for YouTube. That's good. But God's sake, it's so bad. But anyway, again, if you enjoyed this very long video, I'd like to thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Good night.